Row is no longer just Skid Row. There is no such thing as containment. You can't contain what the drug dealers don't want contained. The people that run Skid Row are not the nonprofits. It's not the city. It's not the LAPD. The people that run Skid Row are the drug dealers, are the gang members.
You hear what he's saying? The very pictures of Skid Row that I played for you is not run by the homeless. They're run by gang members and drug dealers that control these people. Spencer Pratt understands that. How about you unleash the cops on Skid Row? That, to me, would make a lot of sense. Now, I do laugh, and I have to believe these are Spencer Pratt supporters. They went in front of Nithya Raman's house. Nithya Raman is the Socialist City Council member who's also running in this three-way race for mayor. And they set up a fake encampment. Memorial Day barbecue at Nithya Raman. Grilling food, sitting out in front, homeless people, setting the tents up. It's to make a point because she embraces homelessness in the city. Embraces homelessness. So, do you want to know what she had to say about this? This is how hypocritical she is. One, she says we have to have compassion for the homeless. I'm fine with that. But compassion doesn't mean you ignore it. And that's what seems to be the problem with those on the left. She's a hypocrite in this soundbite. And then she's out of touch in this soundbite. Listen.
I have two little kids.
Yeah.
They didn't see it, luckily, this morning. But, you know, I feel badly that I'm even subjecting them to that at all. But
she's got kids. She didn't want them to see the homeless people having a barbecue in front of her house. People invited them in to have a barbecue in front of the house. She didn't want them to see that. Yet everybody else in LA who's complaining about the homeless, they do nothing to clean it up. What about anybody else's kids? We don't want any kid having to wake up with a homeless encampment in front of their house. She said, is it going to make a difference if we move tents more than 500 feet away from schools? She didn't think it would make a difference. Of course it makes a difference. Why should children be stepping over a deranged, mentally ill drug addict that could stab that child in the neck with a screwdriver? But Nithya Raman doesn't understand that. She was upset her kids had to see this. Boy, oh boy, what a hypocrite, right? Then she says this.
But it has definitely, this has gone far beyond what I expected the campaign to be about. I, again, thought it would be about bike lanes and management of the Department of Transportation.
Bike lanes? You thought the campaign for the mayor of Los Angeles, with property crime out of control, with homeless out of control, with the inability to keep people safe, both from the crime and the fires, with streets that are in disrepair, you thought the problem or the main issue was going to be more bike lanes? For who to ride? The homeless people to ride stolen bikes on? This is a typical Democrat reaction, too, by the way. This is how out of touch Democrats are. I mean, they're literally delusional. When they get into a race and they think the main issue is freaking bike lanes, you have got to be kidding me. So this is the encampment organizer. This is the guy who staged the homeless event outside of Nithya Raman's house.
Yeah, I think that, it's a public street, and I can see where she's upset, but to think about everybody else that's going through the same thing constantly, that are being ignored.
Exactly what I said. Everybody else is being ignored. I don't want my kids to see this. What about everybody else in LA that has kids seeing this? You freaking kidding me? It's absolutely bullcorn that this is where they are. Now, the craziest part of all this is that this mimics what's going on in New Jersey from the lack of reality aspect, from the delusion aspect, from the aspect of let's encourage criminal behavior because that's what Nithya Raman and Karen Bass do with the homeless, to what's going on with these ICE facilities in New Jersey, specifically Delaney Hall. Delaney Hall, the situation has gotten completely out of control. Look at I want you to listen carefully of what's yelled at ICE agents by these deranged loons. By the way, what do you think of these stupid reading glasses? So there's a site. I'm not even going to give them free publicity. There's a site, these were 70% off. I get my reading glasses from. And so you can see why these were 70% off, why nobody would buy these freaking things. I feel like I should be an English literature professor at SMU or something with a pipe with these things on. And I realized I didn't have my glasses. These are the only things I had with me. So I apologize for looking like a complete Looney Tune with these things on. But anyway, I digress. New Jersey, listen carefully. You hear what he says? I'll kill your whole family. Now, I'll kill your family. That's a threat to a federal law enforcement officer. That's not good. I'm going to tell you right now, not a good idea. Not with this administration.
My children, your wife, all dead. Punch it, my boy. I have your face, mother. You're dead. Dead.
I have your face, mother effer. You're dead. You wonder why ICE agents want to cover their faces. As that idiot's wearing rubber glasses. Why? Because he doesn't want pepper spray in his eyes. Well, I told you, you got to be careful with this administration. If you're a loon like this,